The last of my garden potatoes. I'm sad. I just parboiled them and now I'm going to fry them in some butter with some garden onion and garden garlic. What a good, yummy season of potatoes. You don't get potatoes like that in the grocery store. Hey friends, so maybe my last video I posted was a little blunt and random. I have a tendency to do these things, blurt my thoughts sporadically and without warning. I mean, come on, PTSD because of some minor childhood lecture? Give me a break, right? Well, I feel obligated to provide some context to you after a very interesting comment that was posted following my upload. I'm not going to share the comment in detail, and normally, just so you know, I won't be engaging with any haters here, unless of course they make a valid, reasonable point, and as long as they don't virtually and personally attack me or my followers. And may I just take this time to acknowledge all of you who show up to my channel every single week offering me love and support. I see you and I feel you, and I'm always secretly surprised that you come back. Boring understands boring, I guess. Why can't we all encourage each other in this world of people racing to hate? Why can't we share stories or do our best to inspire, or dare I say influence? My heart belongs to you, my faithful followers, and my footage is captured specifically for you. This is your channel as much as it is mine. So I just want to say I appreciate how you never ask me for context and how you just get me. You understand where I'm coming from, and for that I want to give you a big virtual hug. For real. I love how you just go with my flow. This video is more dedicated to the hater types who see a thumbnail and a title and comment like a keyboard warrior as if their opinion was a weapon aiming for the heart. Okay, so the first thing I want to say to my recent warrior is that I'm secretly centering you out because I do believe it will provide some insight to my followers and for my channel going forward. That little childhood story in my last video was not the trigger to my PTSD diagnosis, but it is just one teeny tiny snippet of memories that come back to haunt me once in a while in a stew of other snippets that continuously reel on in my mind. And so I should have probably clarified that initially. I was only 13 years old at the time of that memory I shared with you yesterday. I didn't know a thing about PTSD, nor mental health disorders. In fact, even if I did know about it, I likely would have just slid it under the rug because I had a sister battling cancer and the aftermath of cancer treatment, and so my problems always just seemed very, very minor in the grand scheme of life. I was not diagnosed with PTSD until my early 30s, as I mentioned, which was after some not so minor triggers. My hater last night mentioned that I need to talk to first responders and war heroes to know what PTSD is, and that I didn't even have a clue. And here's the thing, I don't have to talk to them. Their trauma is theirs and mine is mine. Illness of any kind affects every single person completely different. Not all abuse is the same, not all cancers are the same, not all disorders are the same, and not all treatments are the same. I mean, I shouldn't have to say the cliche things out loud at this point, but I guess I do. That every single human is unique, inside and out. We all know that though, right? I do not need to speak to anyone regarding my personal diagnosis to compare notes with them, unless that person is an educated medical professional or someone that has genuine interest in my well-being. My hater also decided it was time to jab me slightly in a personal way that was completely off topic and made me smirk with confusion, prompting another cliche response. They said something about how I tore my family apart by moving to the East Coast, which is a very strange thing to say. So my family is here with me. My hubby, who I also refer to as my man friend, or his nickname Mooch, our youngest daughter, and myself. We are all here. That's my family. So I don't understand this jab at all, and I actually feel a little silly even responding, but I have to follow through. Our oldest daughter is a young adult. on her own, thriving with her own house and her own small business and her own grass to cut. She is living her best life. Manfred and I have immediate families, our mothers and our sisters, and they also have their own families. They live in their own homes with their own schedules and bills and pets and in-laws. I have extended family also, aunts, uncles, great aunts, great uncles, cousins, second cousins, but of course we are all scattered about across Canada. So I'm not sure, obviously, but perhaps this keyboard warrior lives the giant family commune lifestyle or something, and doesn't understand how most people don't live with their entire family all the time forever. My family is intact here with me in paradise. We travel to visit our extended families and they travel to visit us, which is normal, I think. And to close the PTSD chatter for now, we don't need to fight wars or witness death to feel or understand trauma. Heck, funeral directors like me walk into trauma every day, rolling up their sleeves for the worst case scenarios. And it's horrible, surreal, and undeniably tragic in every way. Funeral directing has never been my issue. I loved my job immensely, and I devoted a big chunk of my life to undertaking and guiding the grieving during crisis. Believe it or not, it's one of my biggest accomplishments in life, becoming a funeral director. So I will say it again so my haters in the back can hear. My PTSD doesn't stem from my 25 years working as a death care professional. And if I could be very frank here, the dead folks aren't the triggers in my life. On the contrary, it's the living folks that I'm cautious around. I retired early from funeral service to become a licensed dog groomer. That should say something. So maybe I'll conclude with this. If you stick with me here on my channel because you like what I share and enjoy seeing a boring person make a new life in the wilderness, then you will eventually become more familiar with the many events and moments that led up to my PTSD diagnosis, because over time I will share more. And this place, our magical land here under this giant sky surrounded by mountains and Mother Nature, my seclusion here truly saved my soul. And I know this because I'm starting to feel empathy for those that have harmed me and towards those that attempt to. I'm not cured. I don't think I ever will be, but I'm healing and I'm coping, if not actually thriving. Peace of mind, that is all I've ever wanted for myself and for my loved ones. And for you too. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.
Maybe our lives were not meant to collide from the start, but who could foresee the fall